This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Inside the Runner Studio. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron, Michael, and Diana.
Hello.
And we are joined today by our friend Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, how's it going?
Yay!
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. So this is our mini-series where we get to know folks in our running community. And we're going to ask you a bunch of questions, some running related, some non-running related. But before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from and anything you want to share?
Sure. I am a Florida girl. I was raised on Cocoa Beach, Florida on the East Coast, and now I live in Gainesville, Florida. I am a mom of 2 kids, and
I love
there you
Cocoa
go.
Beach.
It's nice.
Isn't that where Space Coast is?
Sure is.
Okay. So I'm
Well, technically Cocoa. There's Cocoa and Cocoa Beach. 2
Okay.
separate. But
well, I'm coming to Cocoa something. Whether
yeah, that's where Space Coast
Okay.
is.
Yeah, we're all doing Space Coast.
Yeah. When I was at CP, that's the beach. Well, not the Space Coast Beach. We used to go to Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm running South Course.
Party course.
Party
Course.
course.
My birthday.
Woot woot.
Yeah, I just realized we're turning Aaron and Michael into you guys because we're doing multiple half marathons in like a 6-week period. We're doing like 4 half marathons in a 6-week period.
Are you really?
Wow.
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
What happened there?
I don't know. I looked at the calendar and I was like, what is happening?
What is happening?
I think we're doing like the 12 miler, the Baltimore half, the Philly half, and Space Coast, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, yeah, they
all
are
within
all
like
really
6
close.
weeks,
Yeah,
starting
they're-
like September 1st.
They
What?
are all close together, yeah.
Are you
Grand
guys-
finale.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
All right.
So we'll be dead.
Going to be a nightmare.
So
So
you're
you'll
gonna
have to carry us.
PR.
There's a lot of
Space
fun alcohol on that course, so you'll be fine.
No,
Yep, that's
you're
what we need.
gonna PR Space Coast in fun and not in like actual PRs.
We're not racing
Exactly.
No.
Who
Oh.
races the South Course?
Go to the North Course.
Oh yeah, Chiok's doing the North Course. You can
Oh,
run with
boy.
him. He's
Oh,
running
yeah.
for time.
it. Oh, there you go. I'll run.
It's too bad he already
I'm
signed up for
already
South.
apparently
Course.
signed up for the South Course. So
Pretty sure you could just turn the other way.
Moving
Love it.
along.
All right, we're going to jump into our running related questions, and Diane is going to kick us off.
Awesome. So, how long have you been running, and what inspired you to start?
All right. Let's see. I started, I think it was about 2008-ish. My husband and I were dating at the time, and he was running, and they got him looking pretty good. Honestly, I'm like, I can do that. I want to look good. So I started running, and we did the obstacle course racing that was huge at the time. My first one was the superhero scramble, and that was fun, and kind of took off from there. Did a couple obstacle courses, realized my upper body strength is crap,
Yep.
and just went
Yeah.
to regular running. So
That's actually what happened to me.
that's how it went.
I did a bunch of the mud runs, obstacle course things too, and then I
Mhm.
realized I did not have any upper body strength, and I quit.
Yeah.
Same. Yep. That was the gateway, and then I realized
Yeah.
I got nothing up
I
top.
totally get that. What is your favorite run of all time? It doesn't have to be a race, but it can be a race.
The one that I've done. So I have 2. The race that I've done myself was the 2016 Princess 10K. It was a great run for myself. I dressed as Tinkerbell, wings and everything. It was great because no one got near me. I had a nice buffer zone, and I stopped at tons of characters that year, and the weather was perfect for what I needed, and I felt good at the end, and I was doing the challenge for the first time, so I was ready to go for the next one. But the 10K was, it just felt good at the end, and So my second one was recently in November of 2020. I ran a local Cocoa Beach 5K at the Turkey Trot,
Okay.
and ran it with my dad.
Aw.
It was his first 5K, and he just got done with 2 hip replacements, and that was his goal, was to run that 5K on Thanksgiving with me. And he PR'd his time. It was an automatic PR, but he beat his
It
his,
counts.
his set time. And that race is just fun because it's through a local neighborhood, and the residents come out and they set out the drinks and hoses to spray you down, and 'cause it's still hot because it's Florida. And one lady has these little rubber duckies that have like pilgrim hats on, or the surfboard with them.
that's
So you take your
adorable.
rubber ducky, and then they have other beverages down the way. So it's just a fun run to do. And I did it with my daddy.
Yeah, I remember
Aw.
you sharing that.
That was
I-
very, very touching to me. So I like that one a lot.
I remember you sharing a picture of that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And it was not post COVID, but during COVID. It was my second run after the shutdown.
Yeah.
Florida, we're open. Whatever. Let's do it.
Come on in.
Just go for
Whatever.
it,
Come
yeah.
on.
Oh gosh.
Oh, gosh.
So, what is your preferred race distance?
I like the 10K, between 10K and half, because I feel like I can train well. I don't have to spend a lot of time like a marathon. Halves get to be a little bit long for me training wise, and I could do enough so I can train easy, but I still feel like, I rocked it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty badass. So
Yeah,
Those are
even
good
below
things.
those now.
yeah.
Those are good distances. Good racing distances.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked about your favorite running experiences. What was your worst day you can remember running, either in a race or otherwise?
So another race in that area was the inaugural Cape Canaveral Lighthouse Foundation race. It was unique because it's on a space base, the original space base, where you had to be a U.S. citizen, you had to give them your driver's license. It was checkpoints everywhere to get in. The course went along the original launch sites, the building where the Challenger pieces are kept. So a lot of monumental, very cool scenery. I did the half marathon, and it was hot and muggy, about 80 degrees at 7:00 in the morning. Humidity was felt like 1,000, probably like 70. And halfway through, once the 10K portion was done, you get to the half, you're running on the original runway where the shuttles landed. And I didn't feel good. I didn't hydrate, didn't eat well for whatever reason. And there's no shade because everything has to be low, because rockets exploding, catching things on fire, nothing was above like 4 feet. So there's no shade. And after the fact, I realized I had basically had a heat stroke, because
Oh God.
like I was chilly, I was cold, there was minimal support out there. So I had my pack on. So I like trying to drink, and that was just water was awful. And by the time I finished it. I walked right past the medics and found the lowest little tiny piece of shade. I laid down, and then I woke up. So
my
I realized
gosh.
I probably passed out.
Oh my
gosh.
Worst
Oh,
thing
man.
ever. It was horrible.
Wow.
Did you do that
Horrible
with
race.
some of the team shenanigans, folks?
Shenanigans, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I did,
Was
and,
Jackie there?
Yeah, Jackie,
Cabrera?
Robert was there.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
I very distinctly remember the posts about this race
It
afterwards.
was awful.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because of it being on that runway, and you couldn't.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do.
Nothing.
About it, because it was just full,
wide open.
Yeah.
wide
You
open.
couldn't even make it fun.
Yeah.
There were no pictures allowed on that portion.
Yeah,
Like no pictures. And I'm like, it's nothing here.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
an old runway. But
I know. Yeah. There's
So-
nothing. Yeah.
didn't want to get, space jail. So I had to
Yeah, I remember very distinctly about hearing about that race afterwards.
Yep. Yeah. And the funny part, I'm thinking afterwards, like, I literally walked past the medics and just to find shade, because all I could think of was just lay down and be in shade. And I probably should have stopped at them in hindsight.
In hindsight, that might have been the
Oh,
better
gosh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that is definitely my worst race ever.
Oh my god!
But I finished and I got my medal.
That's all that matters. Oh, so this question's kind of connected loosely, I guess.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to see or have at an aid station?
Someone who can see me walking by and say, I need to stop that person.
Yeah, like
Help them
someone
out.
who's like who can recognize heat stroke.
I was so struggling. My favorite thing, I usually have my own gels and whatnot with me. But one thing I never stop if it's a lemon lime Gatorade powder stuff ever. I can't stand it.
Oh yeah.
I'll just
I agree.
go without it. I can't do it.
I find that's a little rough when especially when it's warm.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
I just can't do it. So I don't really have a favorite thing, but that's what I won't ever have.
Yeah, least favorite.
That'll work.
It's good to know your least favorite thing at an aid station.
That's
actually.
true. Yeah.
Probably more important than your favorite thing.
Yes. Because that's when you end up trying something and then are completely miserable. Like
and
I
are
do.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Done
remember
that.
when I first started racing, anytime anyone had anything on the side, I
it's
was
like,
like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, why did I do
Bring it on. Yeah. The Space Coast has they didn't last year, I think it was because of COVID, but they have a person who does bacon. I'm like, that sounds great. Wrong choice. Because it's a down and back. So I went the first way down and I still had like 10 miles to go afterwards. It's
got to be timed
too early.
properly.
It was too early.
I like bacon in a race. But not maybe not a half though.
I was just going to say, we eat solids during races, but I don't think that I can do, because I think that's what happened on my last races. What went wrong is I think I eat solids too soon. I think I have to wait until I'm like actually feeling a little hungry to like eat solids. Otherwise it doesn't work for me.
Bacon, if it's crispy, that's awesome. Just chow down. But if it's like real greasy, that could be serious.
Chewy.
At some aid
Not good.
stations,
that could be bad.
In ultras, you look at the bacon and you're like, I probably shouldn't eat that. That doesn't look cooked all the way through. All right. Anyway, we're going to move into some random questions. Is there something incredibly common that other people have done and that you have never done?
I've never done. Go on a cruise.
Which
is funny because I live right next to Port Canaveral. We're like
right there.
Yeah.
Never been on a cruise.
I've never been on one either.
Yeah. One day. I'd like to go to the Disney one, do the Castaway K5K.
Oh, yeah. Do 5K.
I'd like to do that. But
yeah.
All right. So what is the one album you could listen to at any day or time and get lost in it?
Right now it's Hamilton. Because I got a lot of upbeat when I run. I can get lost in that.
Yep.
I usually do a lot of podcasts though. So I was late to the game on Hamilton. I was like a year too late. So
we're huge Hamilton fans, and Tom had never listened to like a musical soundtrack before. And he every time he got in the car, he started it from the beginning. So he was hearing songs when we saw the show. He's like, I don't think I've ever heard this before. And I was like, do you not listen to the whole album and just listen to the first 3 songs when you get into the car? Is that all you've heard?
Oh my God.
In my defense, I knew that first half real well.
Get all the words right.
All the words right.
Amazing.
You're like, I'm not familiar with this one.
Is it really in this?
Oh gosh.
All right. I love this question. What is your favorite brewery, winery, or cidery?
Swamphead Brewery, the local one here. They have my favorite beverage, the Wild Night is my go-to. And it's a local brewery. They have a good variety and they change it out often. They also have, during Halloween, they have the adult trick-or-treat style where they have candy beers and you have to go through and get a little 6-pack mix or however many you want to buy. Of different candy flavors, which is fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll have to go there when we do Space Coast.
Yeah.
It's only 2.5 hours away.
Oh.
We're driving. It's fine. Is it me? Yes, it's me.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I love this one. Describe yourself in one word.
Easy going. I'm up for whatever.
What is your best idea for a new invention?
That's such a hard question.
This is a hard
Never
one.
heard that question before.
Thought about this one too.
Yeah.
Whatever the opposite of a microwave is.
Oh.
Like something that cools really fast.
Oh.
I don't know if that's actually out there, but like a quick chill.
Like so that when you have a beer in your hand, you could like get it cold immediately.
Because like when I go to the grocery store and they have the ones in the refrigerator and then the ones just on the shelf, I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
that's an interesting one. That is
I would say that.
See, it's not that
I'm
hard.
sure it works
question.
more for than just beers, but
obviously that's the first thing that came to mind. But see, that's not a terrible question. She came up with an answer.
I didn't say it was a terrible question. I said it's hard.
Oh,
yeah, it's a difficult question.
If someone comes up with it, I want a little cut of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. Let's see. So we're heading into the James Lipton Memorial questions. What is your favorite word?
Pentultimate.
Oh, I do like that word as well.
Yeah.
What
I
is
use it when I can?
What is your least favorite word?
Sputum and mucus.
What was the first one?
Wow.
Sputum.
Look it up.
Yeah. It's that phlegmy coffee like stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't that what onomatopoeia? Isn't that like the word sounds like what it is?
Oh,
when the word sounds like what it is.
That's what onomatopoeia is.
Yes, like that makes me think of like spewing, like you're.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Okay, it's gross.
Moving on.
All right.
Speaking of gross.
Speaking of gross,
guys. All right, Jessica.
Yes.
What turns you on?
Chivalry. Open the door, hold my hand, nice things like that. Little things.
That's delightful. Amen.
Isn't it?
You don't need to make it creepy. Doesn't have to be creepy.
See? Well, now all right. What turns you off?
Rudeness, belittling people. Just don't be rude.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you love?
Ocean. I feel like I have to say my kid's laughing also, but the ocean.
But really the ocean.
Hands down. It's much calmer.
Yes.
What sound or noise do you hate?
My children.
Sometimes. No. The sound a cat makes before they have a hairball.
Oh yeah.
It goes with the sputum thing. Like,
I was going to say it's
can't
related.
do it.
Yeah.
No.
Very similar.
Ollie cat behind me just made that a little while ago. Jessica, what is your favorite curse word?
So it depends on the situation. If it's a reaction, it's gonna be fun. But if it's like something that happens, like, oh, for sake, like it's a phrase.
Yeah.
So those are my two things.
I appreciate the first one because you enunciate.
You're welcome.
It's very clean.
Very crisp. Very clean. Very crisp. Oh God, crisp.
A lot of practice.
Oh God.
Let's see. So, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
So I don't think there's one that's actually like a cat cuddler. Like someone will pay me to do that. So
you could work at a cat cafe.
I could, yeah. I don't want to do sales. So my childhood profession was to be a performer at SeaWorld with like the Shamu and the big, not to get into like any, animal rights activist stuff.
Just a dream.
But as a child, it was magnificent.
Yeah.
Yes. Free Willy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to be the one on top of his nose, just like diving off.
Yes. And what profession would you not like to do?
Respiratory. Sputum.
For obvious reasons.
All that, yeah.
There's a theme.
There's a theme.
with Jessica.
Don't want it. Nothing to do with it.
And our last question is, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Atta girl, come on in.
Aww. That's a good response.
Nice. Yeah.
Do you have any parting words of wisdom for the world?
If you don't want to go run anyway. I don't know.
That's a good one.
That is actually a good one. I didn't want to run this morning, and I ran anyway. So
There you go.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that. All right. Any social media? Anything you need to plug?
I got nothing.
Got nothing. Okay.
I mean, Instagram. My name Jessica Garand.
Okay.
Well, it's always a joy to talk to you.
Thank you.
I just
It's
love
fun.
Yeah, we're glad you came on. I know you
Thanks.
said you were nervous, but you were great.
I was.
I think
It didn't show.
I
Thanks.
think everyone says that when they come on, but everyone's wonderful. We love it.
It's the speaking part, you know. It's the.
All right. Tom, close us out.
Jessica, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it.
you.
And we will talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.